Good morning. Well, did I pick a card for you today or did I pick a card for you today? We have butterfly and transformation. And all I can say is, wow. There has been, if you look at this butterfly on the picture, I've never noticed this before. I only noticed this a minute ago. Can you see there's like a chunk missing there? So it's almost like you have been wounded. And I'd say quite recently. Well, there's been, this big loss or some kind of it feels like a rejected sort of energy or something that you couldn't manifest that you really wanted, or you thought you really wanted it to manifest in your life, and it's created this like big chunk on there which would have affected your ability to fly. Excuse me. Now what I'm feeling from this is that you for so long have maybe kept quiet, not spoken up about how this has hurt you or how this has affected your ability to move on, to move forward, yet you've still been trying to move on and move forward. So this message today, I feel we're going to be looking at this particular chunk. What is this? And how can we help you how can you help yourself to move past that, even though it's still there and it's always going to be there, but strengthening everything around it to enable you to move forward. So there's something about that. Snakes could be significant as well. I know it is the Chinese New Year of the snake, so snakes could be something significant for you within this. But let's just see, what is that big chunk there that is to do with your transformation? We have Nordies. So for some of you, I feel like you have been, a lot of that chunk I feel has been from ego needs. Yeah, so this could be things that you've kept doing in your life. That could be your job, relationship, or a particular way about you, but that never really felt authentic to you, but you thought it was what you were supposed to be doing, okay? You see, the ego tries to keep things the same because it knows that, so it's safe. But in actual fact, it's kept you locked in a loop that has ultimately hurt you. And with Nordies coming out on there, it really has been a restriction for you. So it's almost like that being cut away, now you can fly. But whatever was holding on there was holding you back, keeping you pinned in. Is definitely relevant for the snake I was talking about and the shedding of a skin. Because is all about a rebirth. So it's like from shedding the old and bringing in the new. You are starting to see how you can move forward even with that missing, okay, without that piece. And this isn't a soul piece, like I say, it's a piece that got damaged through an experience that it's not ultimately necessary for your movement forward, but it will affect your flow. Now with the Thala coming out, it's interesting, this rune has come out for another reading I did today for a collective. And I do feel that it represents you asking for help through family, friends, people that are close to you. It may even represent you calling upon your ancestors, calling upon your spirit guides. But what it's suggesting here is that this whole time you have been being guided, even if you've been through hell and back. Through those times of hell, it's almost like, as a parent, if you've got a child and you can see that they need to have an experience to understand something, but it's killing you that you are letting them have that experience, yeah? It's like, I know this is going to hurt you. I know that you're going to find this difficult, but you have to have this experience because you're not just going to take my word for it. It's that kind of energy that in spirit, like your spirit guides, your ancestors, your loved ones, have been trying to tell you this, have been trying to guide you this, but they had to allow you to have the experience. That's relevant in as well, because it can be about initiation. So it's almost like they've opened the path for you to have that experience, to understand what it's going to do, so that you can be, right, okay, that hurt, but I'm not going to go back to that. So it's like a lesson learned, some kind of karmic lesson. So let's see what the tarot is telling us here as well. Now, the butterfly transformation card is number 3, which that is the energy of the Empress. And the Empress is all about having this unconditional love for yourself, for others. And in that energy of pure femininity, you are attracting to you. You are in a space of receive. And that is what you are moving towards now, is allowing yourself to receive the help and the love that is present in your life. The Star card just came out. So if you're feeling quite weighed down by this right now, or you're really, you're really noticing this missing piece, you're really noticing that that's not there anymore, this is your message to say, don't worry. Everything that you've been manifesting, everything that you've been wishing and hoping for, it is on its way to you. It is coming forward. Because it feels like you do feel like you've been stabbed in the back. You feel like people are talking about you behind your back. You feel like your reputation has been tarnished in some kind of way here. And I think that bothers you. And it also holds you back from asking for help from those around you that, you thought were treasured friends and family. But you feel judged. You do feel judged. So that needs to be put right. Yeah, because at the moment you're in this defensive energy where you're not really letting anybody in, for fear of them, going, well, I told you so, or, basically pointing out the flaws of things. But there is justice coming to this, because for some of you, I feel like this is somebody talking about you, slating you, when actually, what they're saying isn't really true. There may be some elements of it that have truth to them, but not all of it. And you don't have to worry about what they're saying to other people. You don't have to go out there and try and give your story. The person that sits back the most and allows the other person to go and do that, the people that they're talking to will figure out for themselves in time who is actually being the most truthful. Okay, so justice is coming to this. So what do you need to know then to be able to glide, to be able to flow with that, really evident piece missing? What do you need? Okay. You need to get over this. This is what you need to do. You need to, 1, forgive yourself, and 2, just recognize the unhealed parts of the people that are doing this, that are talking about you. Because that is what is going to enable this transformation here. This is what's going to enable you to fully flourish as this butterfly. Okay, you have to let go of this, because if you are holding on to that pain, or holding on to that feeling of rejection, or being hurt, or people saying I told you so, it's going to hold you in a place of lack. And that's not what you want. That's not what you need for this transformation. And that's why this is becoming so obvious to you, because it's almost like you feel like you're walking around and it's as if you've got a t-shirt on going like, yes, I made a mistake, or, yes, I should feel guilty for this or guilty for that. But you know yourself, and this is about you loving yourself, bringing that unconditional love to yourself. And this is what the Six of Swords is talking about. It's like if you were looking at that like a boat, or a ship moving through. You're moving from really rocky waters into calm waters. And that is all you need to focus on right now, is that forward movement. As this butterfly, don't focus on what's missing on there. Focus on building up what you already have, what you've got. Okay, that was the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse there. And the Six of Pentacles just flew out too. So you are, I feel, fearing change here. You're fearing change, and ultimately you want to create some kind of balance. I feel like you want to put things right, but you're struggling to find a way to be able to do that. And that may be because of this sort of energy within you of going back to something. It's like a temptation sometimes, that you are starting to recognise is what is throwing a spanner in the works here for you to be able to fully transform. So what outcome do we have for you? What outcome do we have for you on this? Oh, okay, we've got the Queen of Wands in the reverse position. So I feel like your confidence has really been knocked by this whole situation on here. And it's kind of actually telling you to walk away. It is actually guiding you to walk away from this right now. There is more healing that needs to be done before this transformation can be complete. And you need to understand that. If this resonates with you and you would like to know more, please do get in touch for a personalised reading. I hope you